Have you ever cried during a film?
Yes, of course I have, yeah.
Do you like
It's a very sensitive side that we're bringing out.
All of Hollywood is reeling after a shocking tragedy struck Jason Statham. Known as one of the industry's strongest, most fearless action stars, Statham has built a long-standing reputation for delivering high-intensity, top-rated performances. But behind the bold, cool exterior, a deeply unsettling turn of events has emerged, one that has left fans and colleagues heartbroken. What exactly went wrong? And how could something so terrifying and life-threatening happen to Jason Statham? Today, we uncover the full story and find answers to the questions everyone is asking. It all began when a stunt went horribly wrong. Jason was performing a scene involving a heavy truck that was supposed to stop, but suddenly didn't. The brakes failed, sending the vehicle plunging off the dock and into the sea. In those first few seconds, it looked like the action star who had survived hundreds of daring stunts might not make it out alive. Jason sank fast. He tried to open the door, but it jammed. Water rushed into the cabin, filling the space as he fought for his life with every ounce of strength he had. In that moment, he later said, he thought of home, his wife, his children, everything he still had to do. Something unexplainable took over inside him. He slammed his shoulder into the door again and again until it finally broke. He kicked his way out, fought against the powerful current, and somehow made it to the surface. When he emerged, gasping for air, Sylvester Stallone, his co-actor and friend, ran toward him with the crew. It was a shocking moment for everyone. If anyone else had been driving, they'd be dead, Stallone said. But Jason survived, yet something inside him changed forever. That night, sitting alone, he whispered, "It should have been over." He wasn't the same anymore. He became quieter, more withdrawn, and noticeably distant from the world around him. Jason Statham has always appeared unstoppable on screen, the man who can survive explosions, fight 10 men at once, and walk away without a single scratch. But in reality, behind the scenes, he has faced challenges that nearly cost him his life. After the incident, the laughter on set faded. It was replaced by an expression in his eyes that seemed heavy, far away. That near-death experience didn't just scare him. It shifted the direction of his career and the way he approached every stunt afterward. If the emotional weight wasn't enough, Jason also began battling the physical consequences of years of punishing action work. His back ached, his joints throbbed, and on some days even walking was painful. Yet, he pushed through it all, remaining strong, but also becoming increasingly private, guarding his struggles from the public. Jason's accident didn't just shake the film crew, it changed him. People close to him noticed the difference immediately. He became more thoughtful, more selective, and more careful about how he spent his time, especially the balance between making movies and being with his family. For fans around the world, hearing about the accident was heartbreaking. The man they had always seen as fearless had faced something truly terrifying. The incident took place during the filming of The Expendables 3. As the news spread across outlets and fan pages, Jason's story was everywhere on the internet. It reminded the world that the actor who made a living from danger had faced real danger himself and survived. His courage and quick thinking in those few seconds likely saved his life. After he recovered, Jason didn't quit acting, but he did become more selective with his stunts and more vocal about safety on set. He wanted actors and stunt performers to understand one truth: no cinematic moment is worth a human life. But before the tragic stunt, who was Jason Statham? How did he rise from an ordinary life to international fame? Jason's story as an ordinary man before Jason Statham became the tough, fearless man we know today. He was simply a regular guy trying to build a better life. Born July 26, 1967, in the small town of Shirebrook in Derbyshire, England, Jason grew up in a low-income household. His father, Barry, worked countless odd jobs, street selling, painting, even singing in bars. His mother, Eileen, was a dancer. Jason grew up watching his parents hustle every day to make ends meet. From a young age, Jason loved sports, especially diving. He trained with Britain's national diving squad for 12 years. Despite his dedication, the sport never brought him the financial stability or recognition he hoped for. Still, he trained relentlessly, early mornings and late nights, chasing one dream: to represent Britain at the Olympics. But in 1992, everything changed. Jason missed the Olympic team by just one spot. The loss was devastating. Years of effort, discipline, and sacrifice seemed to collapse in a single moment. He stood by the pool, staring into the water, watching his dream dissolve quietly. But he didn't cry and he didn't quit. He simply learned one of life's hardest lessons. Sometimes effort doesn't guarantee reward. T.O. support himself afterward. Jason began helping his father sell items on the street: perfume, jewelry, anything that would bring in a little cash. He also tried modeling, thanks to his athletic build and rugged looks. Brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Levi's, and French Connection hired him, helping him get by even though modeling wasn't his passion. Everything changed the day he met filmmaker Guy Ritchie. The breakthrough Guy Ritchie was casting his first major film, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, and he was looking for raw, real personalities, not polished actors. After speaking with Jason and hearing about his street-selling days, Ritchie offered him a small role as a street-smart con artist. It was a perfect fit. The movie became a major hit. Audiences loved Jason's natural charm, and Hollywood began paying attention. That was the beginning of everything. How a street seller and former athlete became a movie star. Life as a Hollywood icon as Jason's career grew. His rare blend of toughness, authenticity, and intensity caught the world's attention. Throughout the 2000s and 2010s, he played some of the most iconic action roles in Hollywood: The Transporter, Crank, Fast and Furious, The Expendables, The Meg. His performances helped revive and redefine modern action cinema, but being a Hollywood action hero is more than throwing punches and driving fast cars. It means responsibility, carrying films, inspiring audiences, and delivering performances millions rely on for entertainment. Jason's characters seemed unstoppable because he trained like his life depended on it. He performed many of his own stunts, relying on real physical skill rather than special effects. Every punch, every leap, every chase demanded hours of training, bruises, exhaustion, and unwavering discipline. His passion paid off. His movies became box office successes and helped build his estimated net worth of more than $120 million. But success came with pressure. Audiences expected perfection, and Jason pushed himself to meet that expectation. Even when it meant risking injury, the price of fame looks glamorous. Red carpets, premieres, luxury cars, bright lights. But behind it lies a heavy price. Jason's journey to the top was difficult, but staying there required an even greater sacrifice. His life became a routine of early mornings, intense workouts, endless training, and constant filming. Co-stars often said he never slacked. He was always focused, always pushing himself beyond his limits. But fame also took things from him. It took time, privacy, and sometimes peace. And like every hero, he reached moments where the weight became too much. In the late 1990s, when Jason was still rising in the industry, he met Kelly Brook, a model and TV star. From 1997 to 2004, she supported him through the early days of fame. But when Jason's Hollywood career took off, the distance between them grew. He was always filming, always traveling, London, Los Angeles, back again. Eventually, the relationship couldn't survive the pressure, and Kelly left. Jason eventually began dating Alex Zosman, a woman far removed from the Hollywood spotlight. She was calm, steady, and for nearly 3 years, Jason found peace in her presence. But even that relationship couldn't survive the demands of his career. The long flights, the endless shoots, and the constant time away slowly eroded what they had. Once again, fame came with a cost. But in 2010, when Jason was 43, everything changed. He met Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, then a 23-year-old model whose quiet confidence and warmth immediately caught his attention. Their chemistry was effortless, and their relationship grew with time, not pressure. They announced their engagement in 2016 and now share 2 children, Jack and Isabella. With Rosie, Jason finally found the stability he had been searching for. Yet, even with love, family, and success, the price of fame continued to weigh on him. Hollywood is competitive, demanding, and relentless. If you're not at your best, someone else is ready to take your place. That pressure has broken many actors, leaving them anxious, overwhelmed, and constantly on edge. Jason has spoken openly about how staying grounded helps him survive it all. He protects his privacy, keeps his personal life quiet, and spends time with his family whenever he can. That balance is what keeps him sane in an industry that never stops moving. His work ethic has earned him profound respect throughout Hollywood, but it has also cost him rest, peace, and sometimes even joy. At the end of the day, Jason's fame has never been just about money or popularity. It's about the legacy he's building and the life he's choosing to uphold. The reaction from fans and the industry when news of Jason Statham's accident spread, Hollywood froze. His story became a moment of fear and relief mixed together. Jason wasn't just another action star. He was one of the most respected and disciplined actors in the world. The idea that he could have lost his life doing what he loved shook everyone. Fellow actors, producers, directors, and stunt performers reacted instantly. Many had worked with Jason before and knew how dedicated he was to his craft. They admired his willingness to perform his own stunts, but they also knew that dedication came with real risk. When they heard about the near-fatal accident, they rushed to send messages of support. Guy Ritchie, the filmmaker who first discovered Jason, expressed deep gratitude that his friend had survived. He described Jason as a man who never backs down, but always thinks smart. Other directors echoed the sentiment, calling the incident a wake-up call for the entire industry. They knew it could have happened to anyone. Even stunt coordinators and crew members from many studios spoke emotionally about the event. They said Jason had always treated them as equals, never as background workers. To them, the accident felt personal. They were shaken, but also amazed by his courage. Through it all, Jason stayed humble. He thanked people quietly, focused on healing, and refused to seek attention or pity. Instead, he used the moment to promote safety, reminding colleagues that no movie scene is worth a real-life tragedy. What Hollywood saw in Jason during that time wasn't just an action hero. It was a survivor. The future of Jason in Hollywood after everything he's endured. Jason Statham's story is no longer just about fame, money, or blockbuster films. It's about resilience. It's about strength. It's about life. He has experienced both sides of the spotlight, the glory and the danger. Today, Jason's name represents hard work, discipline, persistence, and the determination of a man who started with nothing and climbed his way to global recognition. From a street seller and competitive diver to one of Hollywood's biggest stars, his journey continues to inspire millions. Jason understands something many actors learn too late. Fame is temporary, but impact lasts. That's why he chooses his projects carefully. He focuses on quality rather than quantity. He no longer accepts every role. He builds a legacy. He works with directors who share his vision and actors who respect his craft. Outside the spotlight, Jason is known for being private, respectful, and humble. He doesn't chase attention or drama. He lets his work speak for him. In a world where fame is often loud, messy, and chaotic, Jason represents something rare. An old-school hero who doesn't need to talk much but always delivers when it counts. Younger actors look up to him. Many say Jason's discipline motivates them to train harder and stay focused. His message to them is simple. Stay ready. Stay focused. Don't quit. Looking ahead, Jason's legacy may grow beyond acting. He has shown interest in producing and mentoring upcoming talent, helping shape stories that inspire courage and determination. The very qualities that made him who he is today. In the end, Jason Statham's journey is one of courage and survival. He has faced greatness, heartbreak, pain, and near-death tragedy. Yet, he continues to move forward with purpose. That is what makes him a Hollywood hero and a real-life example of resilience. What do you think of Jason's story? How do you feel about what he went through? And what safety measures should Hollywood put in place to prevent tragedies like this from happening again?